Oh, hey. Hey there, welcome to my lentil fan video. Thanks for coming. There's a ton of lentil fans out there. I saw some awesome questions and comments in the chat, in the comment section below the video, and thank you all for watching. I wanted to pop in here and answer some questions. There's some really good ones. One that kept coming up a bunch that I want to jump into right away was checking for stones or checking over lentils. So it's a pretty common practice if you have, especially the skin on lentils, I'm gonna lay them out on a tray or a towel and look through to see if there's little bits of debris or stones. Now, a lot of people were saying, I've never found anything when I've done that. Is it necessary? And the way that I like to think of it, so I've cooked lentils for a long time and I do it every time, in particular with the skin on lentils where it's easier for like a pebble to hide in that same color. I've only ever found one tiny, tiny stone in it in that entire time, but I have found little pockets of dirt that kind of look like a stone. You touch them and then they explode into like a spider's nest. No, I'm just kidding. They don't. It's just dirt, but I have found them. So I kind of think of it as most of the time, you're not gonna run into it, which is a good thing. You're not gonna find anything, but it's still really good practice because if you do have an instance where you get some dirt or a pebble go through and it like messes up your meal or breaks a tooth, it's worth it. It's worth it. And they're also beautiful. You lay them out, spend a little time checking them. It's a little meditation, a little self-care, lentil self-care. So I would still highly recommend doing it. And I just like it on a sheet tray. I think that's an easy way to do it, but you can also do it on a kitchen towel. First question down, very good one. Next up is, this comes from Tyler Witt. He asks, so if you have brown lentils at home, you don't need to buy red lentils. So technically that's true, but Tyler, I would ask just what's your patience level like? And do you have any other things to do or other things to cook? That one that I did in the video took me quite a long time. And the only reason I would put in that much work and that much patience is to show you guys that. So I'm doing it for you. But otherwise, please just go out and buy the masoor dal that's done for you. Split, cleaned, beautiful, ready to go for a nice fast meal. The next one, this is a clarification, and a lot of you called this out, and it's a really good point. I wasn't super clear on essential amino acids. So there are in fact amino acids that our body needs that we can't produce ourselves, so we need to eat them. So that's the distinction there. There are amino acids that we produce that we also need, but we don't have to worry about it because we're making those. So thank you for keeping me honest on that. Next up, this was my favorite part. There were so many awesome kind of little love letters to dal and recommendations on things that I should do the next time I make dal tadka. And so I really appreciate those. It's like one of the best ways to learn about food is just word of mouth and people telling you to do things. And so a couple awesome ones were, try using a combination of like say mung dal or tur dal instead of the masoor dal, which sounds awesome. Using urad dal, which is one of my favorites as well. I love how chewy it is, and I love making dal with that as well. And then also some good suggestions with the tadka. A couple of people are saying to add asafoetida to it, which has so much flavor, and I think is commonly used when you're not using onion and garlic, because it provides some of that and some of that savoriness, but I love it, and I will definitely be adding it to tadkas moving forward. So thank you for the recs, and keep them coming. That's a wonderful, wonderful way to cook. And I love that there are so many dal fans out there watching. And finally, I wanted to get into, a lot of times people will announce in the comments on mine, like, I'm an engineer or I'm a chemist, and people just generally like the scientist. But I think we also have a lawyer in our midst, because someone did a really nice job with the, if you watched to the end of the video, there was the Pulse Pals Beans and Brine Them LLC. It wasn't really an LLC, it was a law firm, right? And they had a nice asterisk that they added to that as well to say, the quality of services is not stated to be superior to the services provided by other licensed legal offices. And I think without that fine print, that was a very, I could have gotten in trouble for that ad. So I really appreciate that. That came from Camus about a week ago, and it's now been added to all of our official letterhead, business cards, and it will be in perpetuity. So thank you for that. Thanks for all the legal advice. Thanks for the dal advice. Thanks for the amino acid advice. I hope you guys will keep watching. Our next episode is dropping very soon. I'm really excited about it, but we've got a whole season this year lined up, and really always appreciate everything you guys do for me. Thanks, bye.